Hello everyone and welcome back to playing Dragonfable. Today, since we kind of got stuck at the end of last episode and decided to spend our time doing something a bit more useful than just bashing our heads against the wall, we will be taking on the Bacon Origins saga, which we would have taken on after this hadn't it been for the surprising difficulty of the fight. So, we will go to here. We will get one of the classes we got last time, that is the Death Knight. We will wear the outfit and then equip our weapons. With these weapons equipped and this outfit equipped, we will go take on the Bacon Origins saga. This, I think, is a fun saga. But it's also only that. It's just fun. One thing I do want to do before we actually get started with playing the game is to thank Black, or Black Hole in Deep Space, for following me. Thanks a lot, mate. So, Bacon Origin. I'm glad you're here, Jaina. I have a little favor to ask of you. It has to do with a very rare element I've recently heard about. A rare element? Well, you've heard of elements like ice, wind and earth and all. This element is strange though. It appears to be bacon. Exactly, bacon. Now, in all my wanderings, I've never come across such an element, which is why I am very interested in learning about it. Well, bacon is pretty interesting. I really want to know more about the element bacon. Please, see what you can find out. Well, let's begin the search. You might want to start hunting for information in the Falcon Reach Guardian Tower. I know its library has many tomes, full of obscure information. Hello, Jaina. How can I help you? I am looking for any information you have on the element bacon, and it looks like I have a ton of searching to do in all these books, unless you know something that might help me instead? I know each of those volumes by heart, and there's not a thing about elemental bacon. I'm sorry. From what I can tell, the bacon element is relatively new in this area. I haven't seen any mentions of it in the older writings I have. I see. Do you know anything else, possibly? Well, I don't, but I might be able to help you find someone who does. I've heard of someone up on a mountain in the east, to the east, who might know more. Some hermit, maybe. The traveler I spoke to was a bit dazed and didn't say much more than so bright, so wise. Oh, at that point he started blowing bubbles in his oatmeal. Are you sure that he was sane? Because it sounds like he was more crazy than dazed. Do you have any better places to look for information? Now that you mention it, no. Valencia said to start my search here, and it looks like you're sending me on a wild goose chase after some hermit who may or may not actually exist. Exactly. Good luck. And I forgot to summon Fluffy. So, summon him. Let's see what our abilities will be. There's a bunch of fun abilities here. Pretty mana expensive though, so okay, let's just stun. And as you can see, this one starts with a far more intense aura. Unholy Shadows. Yeah. I like that ability. Let's just do a normal attack. Because we can take the hit, can't we? And again, Unholy Shadows. It looks better on the bigger arenas where you can actually see how much you summon. Because it's quite an impressive animation actually. It's just sad that we're so close. Ooh. Okay, not ooh. Why did you do that, Fluffy? Why did you betray me so? Yeah, there's nothing here even though it looks like you should be able to go there. And that's why I like Death Knights. And Necromancers actually. You can just do so much damage. And now we shall see exactly how much damage this does. And what element it is. It's necrotic presence 4 to 5 damage, 1 turns left. And the best part about it is that this one grows quite a bit quicker than the Aura of Fear from the Necromancer. Though the side effect is that it is quite a bit more mana intensive to use this class's abilities. Well, this isn't at all what you expect. Greetings, mortal. Pardon me, frog in my throat. Gadzooks? No. God. Zooster. Which is to say, me. You're a chicken cow. Close. I am the chicken cow god. What did you expect? I don't know, a hermit or something? Maybe a wise old retired martial artist looking to dispense wisdom with a big stick in the guise of training. He's 2 mountaintops over, I'm sorry. If you make your way down now, you might reach him before sunset. Be prepared for a lot of wood chipping and water carrying, though. What? No, never mind. I just want to know about bacon. Bacon is tasty, if a bit greasy. Does that help? Everyone's a comedian. I prefer to think of it as dispensing wisdom with humor. Why do you ask? Do you know anything about the element, bacon? Why, yes. Yes, I do. But who are you to be asking about that? I'm just curious. I did not ask why you were asking about elemental bacon. I asked who you were to be asking. That knowledge is not just for anyone. Oh, well, I'm pretty deserving, honest. I can fight things and win, and help people. Do you need help with anything, maybe? I suppose you could prove your worthiness. Yes, I'm good at proving things. Why? Just the other day... Fine. You can start by doing a little chore for me, and if you prove successful at that, we'll see what else you can do. I'll leave the details with your nosy friend by the ostentatious statue in the woods. How do you know about Valencia? Omniscience is handier for more than impressing chicks at parties. Don't gods usually like big golden statues, though? Yes, we do, but this one isn't of me, now is it? I see your point. Chicken cows are ruled by a rooster god? Blade of the Mount 3. You found this in the armory in the back of Mount Beef Limpus. Since Zooster hasn't said anything about you taking it yet, you're probably alright. As I said, this is one of the wackier quests. It's a fun one though, and it is entirely based around the idea of Oh right, you can't actually sell anything here. Yeah, it's entirely based upon the very famous stories of, well, Hercules. We're doing the tasks of Hercules. So what would this have looked like anyway? Pretty, actually. That's quite pretty. Unfortunately, we're selling it because, well, we can't exactly use it now, can we? Bacon origin, skip. He's a lion. So, a chicken cow. God? You do come across the strangest people and animals. Anyway, his messenger left this letter for you. If you truly believe yourself worthy to know more about our secrets, then you'll need to start proving yourself. You can start by taking care of a rather annoying individual I find myself too busy to deal with. The vileness of his slander is making my attendants weep. Oh, and I advise you to not believe a word of what he says. Zooster. So, that is a shock wisp. These are not light wisps. Important difference mainly in that light wisps would be healed by light and shock wisps by the very annoying electricity element. It's kind of annoying when you're dealing with your best weapon being electricity. So yeah, let's just equip this. Unikuga. Yeah, we're stunning that one. Hey Ian, how are you today? We are taking on the Bacon Origin Saga, which is fun but very, very wacky. We're basically recreating Hercules. I'm doing good. We're basically recreating the tale of Hercules, except Hercules was a chicken cow. Well, no, the gods were chicken cows. Just relaxing, doing some coffee and getting back over to. Yeah, it's very, very wacky, and it's very easily seen. Let me equip this one again, because I don't like not dealing optimal damage. Well, that and these things just hit like a truck, and I don't want to deal with them for longer than I have to. Ooh, now this I can deal with. Let's see. Don't. Yes. Tap, health, and strike. Blood tap. Based on the amount of damage you do, you heal. It's quite strong. Quite fun as well. Okay, the Panzerful can be taken out by Fluffy. So this can be done. Like that. One giant shock wisp. Let me just heal up. Because, yeah, these fights are annoying and mostly just with very hard-hitting enemies. I mean, does the bacon origins have anything to do with bacon? Yes! To be exact, it has to do with elemental bacon. So if that was not what you were meaning, but it has to do with the origins of the element bacon, which is an actual element in this game and pretty good because almost nothing resists it. As in, there are only a few specific enemies that resist it, and one enemy that is allergic to it. I forgot who though. I think it was Zoom in PvP, but I'm not sure. Again, a giant Unicougar. Of course the bacon element is very good. Well, there are usually better options, but it's also never the worst option. So yeah. Go Fluffy! And yeah, Unicougars are the only enemies you will never actually fully kill. I think they are the only ones that always fall asleep. There are some that you don't permakill, like Zen, for example, is usually fought and then in a cutscene he falls into lava or something, which isn't as lethal for him as it is for others, given the fact that he's, you know, living fire, or well, healing fire. But yeah, I think Unicougars are the only ones you never actually kill. Oh hey, I'm part of the streaming banshees now, I think. No. At least my my stream got advertised there. That's nice. Over on DHS, which I really like. Hey Mike, how are you? You're good? Yeah, it's fine to be lurking. Have you heard any rumors or malicious gossip being spread about chicken cow deities lately? Death Knight, you have lived too long alone if you would run errands for a creature such as Zooster. Oh, I guess I'm looking for you then, aren't I? He and his flock of foul, bird-brained attendants lounge around, accepting tribute while his lackeys scurry like rodents, trying vainly to hide the evidence of misdeeds and mistakes, be you a mouse or a man. Last I checked, I was human, so I guess I'll take option B. I am sure you have some sense, as I can see you are forthright and honest. But surely that sense is muddled and confused, if you are playing the part of Zooster's foul minion. I really want to know more about Element Bacon, and Zooster's promised to tell me. What's he done to you for you to be so rude to him? He seems like a good enough sort, though I keep expecting a chorus of trumpets to play when he appears. Ah, Zooster, verily he has boxed, plume-pocked malcontent. His face is false and must hide what his false heart and mind plot. I'm afraid I don't quite follow you. You should be wary of what slips past his lips. He has lips? Perhaps my assessment of your possessing sense has us overly hasty. Hey, I'm full of sensitive even. Has anyone ever told you you're nothing but a big lying bully? I see why Zooster is so irritated. My intelligence is not so lacking that I cannot see through the lies hidden in a puffed-up coxcomb, honey-tongued prattle. Begone, you affect my eyes with your presence. I'm afraid I can't do that. You see, I pledged to prove myself, and prove myself I will. then you are surely as beef-witted a haired pig as your poisonous patron. A poor, mindless dead knight, sneaking home to display the fruits of puny efforts in the hope of a crumb of praise. That's it. When I'm done with you, when I'm through with you, there won't be enough scraps of hide left to make a cape. 3 guesses as to what the main quest reward is for this quest. And yeah, the Sumerian lion. Weak to water and ice, strong against energy. He's basically a souped up energy elemental. Let's attempt. And we got the stun, even though he has a 65% immunity to to immobility, so that's nice always. Ooh. Let's see. Weaken. Yeah, weaken my foe. Minus 30 to all. This is a very strong skill. Minus 30 to all. Though it does mean that if he could heal, he would be healed more. And his crit is abysmal. Let's see. Yeah. The Red Blade. He's awesome. If this one, Empowered Armor Strike, is better than the Red Blade. But only if you have all armor sets. If you have all the weaponry equipped. Furious attack that damages the foe's soul. Well then. Let's do just that. And yeah, this is Curse Elemental damage, which is very rare to find resistances to. I don't think there is any actually. So, heal over time. Dark Destruction. Dark Renewal. Let's see this then. Yep, we deal lots of damage, we heal lots. Let's see. 11 to 14 damage. Unfortunately, healing with a potion does not increase your necrotic presence, which can actually lose you your necrotic presence build up, I think. Let's find out. Or not. You know, I think there is enough to make a cape after all. That didn't seem so mean, but perhaps Sister's attendants are really sensitive. Ooh, lesser galvanized blade. Someone spent quite a bit of time rubbing this blade with a strong magnet. Static electricity cackles around the hilt. That tickle that kind of itches. So, again, heal, and then... Hi, Cody! How are ya? Let's see. We just got the lesser galvanized blade. Oh, actually, I have used this one on my main. Not this exact weapon. It was a higher level variant, I think. Or no, it was the mage variant of this weapon. I used this one for a long time because I really liked the look. Don't like it quite as much nowadays, but it's still really look. You're okay, that's good to hear. I am doing good. We're taking on the Bacon Origin questline, which is something of a retelling of the Hercules story. In the Dragonfable way, of course. Your chicken cow god friend has sent down another request from on high. He is quite the character, isn't he? It seems his sense of musicality is offended by the interruption of anthems sung to praise him by his reverential supplicants. He says that he hates to have their choral efforts ruined, and he is requesting that you please deal with the noise by any means necessary, before he loses his temper and turns them into soup for his attendants. Huh. Forest Furies. They aren't weak to my good weapons. This is a Jungle Fury, the fire variant of them. Annoying, but you can deal with them usually. And because this time it is all not strong against electricity, I can actually use my weapon and show off how strong exactly Necrotic Presence can get. At the boss, at least. If there is a boss. Ah, we already have the... Oops, wrong attack. We already have the healing point, so I won't even need to spend my potions before the boss fight. Those are so hyperactive. Those Forest Furies. At least in the battle their animation is slowed down a bit, but outside of battle, yeah, they're just hyper, I guess. Ooh, ravens. Ravens are fun. They are basically darkness elementals. At least in how they act. And again, I used the wrong skill. Okay. Unholy Shadows. Let's see. Aw. Basically what that skill does, it summons skulls raining from the sky that explode in the dark circles that you see whenever I actually use that attack. That is the little bit you see, but there's a whole other bit attached with it. Ah, it didn't do the 3-hit combo that they can do. I'm still here, you're just kinda lurking now. Yeah, no, it's fine. Faceless Mike is also here and still lurking. Yes, this is the Death Knight armor, and I really like the look of it. The Paladin armor is supposed to be similar. I really like the look of the Paladin weapons, but the Paladin armor, at least with the color combinations that I have on it right now, is boring. It's plain white with slight golden decorations and it looks empty. in comparison to the other thing. Yeah, this one looks really cool, and yes, it does look really cool with red hair. I should go to the yeah, I'll go to the inn at the edge of time after this mission and show off a bit of the extra experience, I guess, and show off a few of the hairstyles over there. That'll look cool. And then we will also go to my default hairstyle in this game. Yeah, that was the triple hit I was afraid of earlier. There are actually several bosses where it's recommended that you use either a Necromancer or a Death Knight, because they have built in all immunity that raises with your attack, so that they are almost completely immune and you basically can't kill them with an outright attack, but DOTs can still kill them. Or no, actually I think that is ooh, someone to ban again. Let me just report them first. Bot account. Block, and then ban. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do. How do I ban people again? Yeah. Mike, help. How do we ban people? Let me see if... Yeah, I can do this from my phone, but I can't do it from mod view apparently. Yeah, I banned them. Yeah, wanna be famous is from big follows, and it's funny. It's a bit annoying at times, but mostly just fun. So we're at pretty low health, which I hadn't noticed. So we'll go heal up, and I don't want to spend the potions, because potions are awesome in boss fights and basically useless outside of them. And that's that. Luckily it isn't that long of a walk back and forth between this. I really like how that presence starts. Your necrotic presence rips into your foe. It really shows just exactly what your power aura is doing. Of course, it's also edgy as hell. Bird hater, defiler of fowls, why are you driving us away from the mount? The question is, why are you all here and so loud? We would never try to time our interflock vocalizing to interfere with the regularly scheduled performances by the Zooster Boosters Club in Quar. admittedly, that would be like saying we were trying to drive Zeus mad with frustration. We would never intentionally annoy a god who would rather resemble an experiment from a deranged necromancer workshop. I'm unable to detect sarcasm, honest, so I will just take your protesting at face value. But the problem remains. You can't go interrupting the odes sung to glorify Zeus' goodness, benevolence, powerful, etc., etc., etc. He just won't stand for it. So you're here to take care of the problem? You got it. But we don't want to stop, and there are whole flocks of us and only one of you. True, it'd take quite a while to silence all of you, but my instructions were to take care of the problem by any means necessary. Yes, good luck with that. So, you're all birds, yes? Yes, and so you sing, right? And you have a problem with Eustace's ego and his rejection of his birdness, so you object to singing followers inflating that ego even more? Pretty much yes. Driving him crazy with frustration was just going to be a bonus. Yes, well, have you considered starting a choir of your own? We could start our own choir? Why, that's an excellent idea. I'm sure such musical birds as you all obviously are would make up a choir to rival, no, to surpass the fame of Zeus the songsters. Of course we would. Pure-blooded birds are far better equipped to make music than a group of overambitious barnyard mutants. And what better way to put him in his place than by showing him just what he's missing by rejecting his bird ancestry? Your logic is flawless. You'd need time to practice before you start performing, organize appearances, determine your preferred forms of flattery. It'll be hard to concentrate on all of that with all those odes and anthems floating down from up on the mountain. Good point. A proper concert hall has much better acoustics for practicing than these woods. Oh, definitely. Soon Zeuster will be granting us the respect we're due, rejecting his twisted appearance and using our majestic bird selves as inspiration. Better than soup. Wait, what? Appealing to their audience's ego works for Zeuster's supplicants, and now it works for you. It seems that full-fledged birds are susceptible to flattery too. An aggregate dagger. A bored geomancer's apprentice was playing around and managed to get rocks he was studying to stick together. Apprentices. Bah! You can't ever leave them unsupervised. So, we have a dagger. For a few levels up. I think at the same time we get another dagger, actually. Just after. And this one versus this one. Well, let's see which sells better, shall we? Uh, 50, 75. Then we shall sell this one. Be done with it. And go to Falcon Reach. Falcon Reach, I said. I most certainly did not misclick. Welcome to the inn at the edge of time. Where the arena at the edge of time is stationed. Bunch of challenges around here. Some Lords of Chaoses. This is part of a crossover with Adventure Quest World. There's a few fights we can do here. There's a new one, I think, that just happened. And there's the bunch of Globus looks. So, if you get 10 of these, you can turn them into one of these, which you can turn into one of these. Undormant Jade Cleaver. Okay, this is actually really, really good looking. And these are scythes, which means they will take on the weaponry that you're best with. And returning the Necrotic Sword of Doom to the bank. Now then, Khan. Well, you're a familiar face. I am Kana, the Barbarian. At your service. For a price, I'll set you the best hairstyle up with the best hairstyles this side of time-space. So, haircut. Hairstyle. So, professional, extra volume, avatar worthy, puffy, healthy waves, broody. Honor, glossy flow, furry flow. Rockin' horns, simply rockin'. Lovely bangs, self-taught. Casual bun, gala worthy. You'll, by the way, see which character these belong to. These two. Ancient style. This is a retexture of one of the traditional hairstyles you can have. Long, messy. Avant-garde. Magister. Curly mess. Face with streak, which you can't see because I have both hair colors are red. Or actually no, it's here the red streak, I think it is. Weaver, bowl cut, tied up, long lash, short lash, very fair, disheveled, troublemaker, perfection. Yeah, these are all really, really cool. Eternal perfection. Treasure bun, frigid, magical, prismatic, mullet tail, undercut, unruly undercut, short fluff, long fluff, chevalier noir, horned slick spikes, horned side braid, yeah, high volume, plucky faux hall, truly woolly, combat bun, war bun, greasy, grounded, wax on, just right, old worldly, composed, frozen heart, cold shoulder, cold as ice, touch of frost, blessed fist, blessed palm, blessed finger, blessed knuckle, unkempt, defying gravity. My favorite, my personal favorite. Warbun was cool too. Yeah, the various buns are of one character. And as you can see, the red here doesn't change with the hair color. That's because the hair color is based upon your armor trim color, I believe. So what should the color be like? Defying gravity is cool too, yeah. What color should it be like? I can basically select any color. So Cody, because the trim color won't be changed, but what color will it be? I like black, like this, which is technically red. I think this actually really works. So, $5,000 down the drain, but oh well, gold. But it's not like we need that for anything. That black looks cool. Yeah, I really like it. I just like defying gravity in general. That's the hairstyle. Quests, bacon origin. Oh, yeah, black into red looks so cool. Yes, it's a wash. Well, this is an interesting turn of events. Zeus's latest request came for you, and it seems he doesn't need anything killed. Especially if they're mages. You know, he sure is hard to please. Who knows how many of these requests of his you will have to do. Imagine what his priests go through serving him. Direction for how to get to their temple are in the letter. And we missed one thing, but let's find out which of Hercules' tasks we are dealing with now. Excuse me? Hello? What's that? Oh, you're the Death Knight Zeus promised would help me. I think so. I'm not exactly not sure what exactly that help is supposed to be, though. His letter said I wouldn't need to kill anything. Oh no, no killing. Our problem is of a somewhat different nature. What do you know about this place? Almost nothing. Your chicken cows, your priests, your mages. That's about it. All true. This is the Klokmufu temple. It is dedicated to the worship of the glory of the god Zeuster. Klokmufu? Is that like a martial arts form? Like with a funky chicken stance? No. Oh, okay, sorry. Please continue. We are also a school and stable a large group of novice mace priests. Chekhovs sent to us as a sign of their parents' devotion to the god. Oh, are they little and yellow and fluffy and spotted? So cute! Not hardly. They are loud and rowdy and messy, which is right where you come in. The dormitory where we stable all the novices is horribly dirty. We're all busy preparing for the Feast of Ruffled Feathers. We don't have time to clean it ourselves, even if it weren't in such bad shape. You want me to clean? That's my task for Schuster? If you don't think you can do it. No, I'm supposed to be a hero after all. I can do it, but if it's as bad as you say, I might have to take drastic measures. Is there a river nearby here? Not close by. If you need water, you'll need to travel in search of it. Do you have a plan already? I have an idea, but I'll need your help once I return. Of course, the temple and living quarters must all be spotless for Zeus's festival, if Zeus's festival is to be appropriately celebrated. You'll have your assistance when you return. So, do you know what this is parodying? And also, yes, this really does look amazing. Yep, fire and energy weakness. That's good. Elementalize into this. And strike all foes, will you? That is one deep puddle. It's so deep, it rises up. A giant swamp muck. Well, that was a waste. And yeah, these deal disease damage. Really annoying. You'll almost never get any resistance to that. But they don't deal that much damage anyway. and a monsoon elemental before we can get to the healing that we desperately needed. Well, we didn't need the healing. We needed the mana. A small puddle. And of course, a monsoon elemental. Yep, normal resistances for an elemental. These being named differently though. The floods and the water elemental. No. It's, yeah. Yeah, I really, really like the different looks you can get. And even though this one, the cape isn't really that amazing, it just looks good. And even though this is still a level 10 weapon, it still looks amazing. I mean, there's a reason I have a level 80 version. Oh no, I had a level 80 version. I'm looking forward to using these. And then I will be able to do some real damage. But this one will be good enough of an upgrade. Surging's Dagger. Yep, he was part of the Pectagonal Knights. That is, the reason he became a knight is because putting Sir in front of his name made a pun. I remember that bridge. A deep puddle. Do you have more resistances? I think you do. Yep, you have completely different resistances. That is none at all. Which is most often actually better than having some resistances. Because for enemies at least, resistances also come with associated weaknesses. Yeah. Oh. Whoops. I may or may not have inadvertently doomed myself to going down. I thought I saw something flicker. Carved into this tree are the woods Moltres, Dragonlord, was here. Whoopsie, I may or may not have messed up by not healing up before the fight. Well done. I guess I will just need to... Don't hurt me! You are just a little guy, aren't you? I guess you're not being made of water. It wouldn't help me much to collect you like the other monsters I've been fighting, huh? Choices, choices. Leave him. I've gathered the water. We'll need for the cleaning. I've never heard of soap elementals though. So we'll have to use old-fashioned scrubbing to really get the dirt out. Or you could just blast the whole building with a burst of magic, seeing as how you lack seeing as how your lack of elbows would make scrubbing difficult. Magic it is. Stand back. And yes, if you hurt the little guy, then there is a Queevil running there. Bing, bing. smell of victory is sweet. Kind of like clean hay. With as messy as those mage priest novices are, they should aim it to the Temple of Doom. That's another quest in another part of Valencia's story. Aquaric Force. The essence of the water elemental slain in this quest were forged into the blade of the sword. Its force drives the spinning blades in the hilt. Yep. Unfortunately, the hairstyle I currently have is also kind of impossible to actually do it, which I really dislike. But this is what it would look like. No worries, Cody. This is what the blade looks like. But it is unfortunately a sword, which we're not equipped to use. Our stats aren't correct for it. Heart of Gold. It seems your chicken cow friend isn't completely self-absorbed after all. In fact, he seems downright benevolent in this letter. He says Arya has always been a friend. Welcome back, Cody. He says Arya has always been a friend to the chicken cows, so now he wants you to help her for him. He says she needs a hand with a hind, whatever that means. Hello, Jaina. Sister has offered my help on his behalf. He's heard you're in a bit of a bind and could use a hand with a hind. Do you know what he means? Aw, Zushti is such a nice chicken cow. Yes, if you're willing to help me, I'd be glad of it. I have an order for an exotic pet, a gilded hind deer. They are very rare, and I just don't have the time to spend catching one. An animal made of gold? Yep, with the money we'll make from this sale, Grams and I can finally go on that island vacation we've been waiting for. Just bring the hind back to me once you've found her, please. Remember, she needs to be alive, so be gentle with her. Go hind hunting. From what I remember, I dislike this quest because of the fact that it involves a roll, which in this case requires your animal handling skill. And, well, my animal handling skill isn't quite trained, let me put it that way. As in, I've never done even a simple quest that requires using it. Or training it, actually. Cody, as I was saying before I read that he would be right back, the downside with this hairstyle is that it's impossible to do in real life. Unless you want to use a harness and flow your hair around it. Which isn't what I'd want to do. So I can't make this hairstyle a reality. Yeah, that's the downside for sure. Yay. But you basically never want to kill someone with this class outright. Because in that case your aura goes to waste for that turn if you're fighting multiple enemies. If not, of course, you just want to kill them. Yay, healing. Oops. A gorilla fan though. These aren't dangerous. Really not dangerous. Ooh. Healing mushrooms. Healing mushrooms. Just stand in their presence. Don't eat them. That's what the one-shot mushrooms are for. Oh, Fluffy, you could have done so much more. Okay, now I'm just disappointed in myself. That was dumb. Because this way it takes one less turn. 36 mana, but one less turn. Whew, thank you, Fluffy. Otherwise that would have been very embarrassing. And yes, this class does deal evil damage. Not dark, evil. I just googled this game. Is it actually free? Well, because I kind of want to try it. Well, you can play most of the story for free. It does, however, for full access to the entire game, require you to have a dragon amulet, which costs $30. I would say you want to use the $30 because that will mean that every character from then on has a dragon amulet, and then you can actually play every part of the game. It's very much pay to have access to the full game, but you can definitely play it for free. It's just that you miss out on some of the coolest fights in the game. Because those coolest fights are the ones where you use your dragon in its adult form to fight, and that's restricted to using your dragon amulet because, lore-wise, dragon amulets are what allows your dragon to grow very strong and very powerful very suddenly, or well, be grown to an adult stage actually. So yeah, you're basically using age-related power-ups in order to fight with your dragon, except when it is behind what's it called? Except when it is in one quest, Titans of Babylon, which is very early on in the timeline. But except for that one quest, you basically don't use in Titan battles. Found you, who knew a glittering golden hind could be so easily camouflaged in a mostly green and brown forest. Speaking difficult. Okay, I see. Thanks for. Yeah, it's no problem. I really like this game, but I will be fair about its flaws. Because those are also pretty numbers. Here, hind. Come here. You pretty shiny thing. It'd be easier if you just let me slip a rope around your neck, and you aren't going to make this easy for me, are you? Good thing I healed up, isn't it? A fire weakness. In that case, and it's a minus 50, so this one will do more damage than this one. Because yes, minus 50 is a 50% increase in the damage I deal to them, which is significant. And then Inspire Weakness. I should have done that first, and then the critical skill. Deathblade. Or Dreadblade, actually. As you can see, if you get the resistance of someone low enough, you can use whatever weapon you want and still deal lots of damage. Easy girl, easy. I just want to take you to visit a friend of mine. No one's going to hurt you. Now let's see if you'll listen. Stand, girl. Okay, I see I'll need a bit more patience and handling. And I only get a +1 luck bonus. So then I guess I'll need to wait until you've forgotten about any of this happened and try again. It's a really short Spanish, right? So is there wanting to help an area? Maybe he has a heart after all. A greater gilded machete. An axe. Yeah, I did fantastic. The fight went great, the roll went shit. Whether you're chopping through vegetation or mowing down the undead and other enemies, this blade with this blade you'll look stunning while doing it. So a good blade to sell in that case. Because axes are the other melee only weapon. There is a melee only weapon for in axes and in swords. There's a magic only weapon in let's see, what are they called? Yeah, staves and wands. And then there's piercing only, which is daggers. Then there's everything which is sights. Guess I'll need to do this quest again. A greater gilded machete. It looks like this. Basically, an axe is something you hold differently from a sword in the way it fits into your hand. So some weapons are axes, some are swords. We'll sell this one and make back some of the gold we spent on our hair. Quests, bacon origin, skip, heart of gold. Go hind hunting. Okay, I will equip this one at the end. I just need to remember that. After this, actually, I think we're going to the Necropolis and use a Necromancer class for a while, because I also like that look. Especially, I like the face of a Necromancer. I should know better than that by now. I really, really should. Hey, Bishop. I'm doing fine. How are you? We're currently taking on a quest where at the end we need to roll above a 50, which isn't that bad, but I rolled a 20 last time. Well, I rolled a 19 and had a 1 bonus from my luck, and I don't have the animal handling skill, which was only in the beginning parts of when this game was created. So it isn't that right. Yeah, these first enemies look cool, but they are very basic enemies. Gorilla fans, for example, are literally the first enemies you fight if you start at book 1, which I recommend you do. But these are literally the first enemies you fight. First Furies and Borbatusks are some of the next enemies you'll fight, along with some undead. I would actually recommend waiting on doing the Surging quest until you're a bit higher level than when you start, because it's difficult for a level 3 character, which is when you first can actually use the weapons. But it is actually really worth it because these weapons can literally carry you through the game. Every 10 levels there is a better version of them. Though actually I think that these version or the next versions are the ones that actually require having a let's see, having a dragon amulet. No, these ones not. The next versions are also not. Weird. Attack all. I don't remember. Ooh, nice going, Fluffy. I don't remember exactly where the hind appeared, so I'll just run back heal for the next couple of screens. Don't think it was that screen actually. But it never hurts to be cautious. I think this was the last fight before the Golden Hind. Running back and healing up. Yeah, I think that was where the Golden Hind was last time. Luckily, this game does have a nice mechanic wherein if you fail a roll, you will get a slight boost per time you fail a roll until you do another quest with a different roll or just another quest. Let's see, equip the Dagger of the Amulet, battle, stun, then all resistance down, and then the critical strike. Deals a bit more damage than last time. Let me just equip this one because then I have more luck and can actually deal with it. Though I think it is at 5 luck when you get another bonus, or every 5. Yay! We succeeded! Only just, but we succeeded. You like me. You really like me. Now, let's get you back to the area. Follow girl, good hind. She's gorgeous. It's too bad we won't be able to see the look on the buyer's face, but at least he paid in advance. No wonder they're rare. Their shine makes them a target for every predator out there. And now, into the crate with you. One hero with a net and boom! Come to think of it, a net would have been handy today. And of course, Sneevils love boxes. Hey now, stop you box-brained runs! Don't worry, watch! I can't whistle like that. Yep. Good beetle. Yeah, I'll see you then, Cody. Indeed, little guy. I wouldn't want to mess with Arya either. Sister, wanting to help Arya? Maybe he has a heart after all. And we already had one of those, so we'll just sell it now. Good source of income, not very intriguing if we've already had that weapon before. Schuster has been petitioned by a local bull, the half cousin of one of his attendants. It seems one of their calves wandered into the swamp and was attacked by a vicious hydra. They've never seen one this large, so you'd better be careful, because Schuster is sending you to take care of it. The cows have promised to erect a large golden statue in his honor if you can finish off the monster, so it's eager for you to get started. Which is a fun callback to when this started, when he called this statue that Valencia is standing with ostentatious. Upon which the character, our hero, called him out, and he said, "But it isn't a statue of me, now is it?" Ooh, swamp monster, swamp shimblers, fire weakness, strong fire weakness. These are also strong monsters. This is part of the main quest that you take in this tile set is a very fun quest that you need to get your weapons properly upgraded. Or well, a set of weapons properly upgraded. Doesn't matter which side of the weapon set you use, but you need them. This is Lon and Cheney's swamp. Yes, those are werewolves. No, Fluffy, weren't supposed to do that. Whatever. A thistlelock. A hissing plant thistle thing. Lagoon goons are also fun. Undead water elementals, basically. Swamp Shambler. Fear them all. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work. And fear actually would be better for necromancers, because they actually deal fear damage. Fluffy, why did you let them hit me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready or not, here I come. Yep, these are potion boxes that I needed just a bit more of. Battle Hydrolus. Stun. And yes, these are Hydras, which means that they are very weak to fire and electricity. And when I say very weak, I do mean very weak. Some of the highest weaknesses belong to Hydras. More specifically, they belong to the Hydra you fight in, let's see, in on the bridge. Let me put it that way. Healing. That cryosis. I should have stunned them first. Eh. I get healing in between each battle, so that's easy. Akinatos. Nope, didn't get the stun off, unfortunately. That just means that we will need to weaken them. And then we will do this. Lessa. Actually, I should use the all minus 30 before stunning. That would be the smart choice. I am so going to forget that at least 3 more times. But yeah, minus all resist also is minus immobility resist. When it says all, it really does mean all. The Hydra looks for a chance to swap. And I managed to stop it from swapping, I think. What with the immobilization in fear of death. So then... back to Echidna. That is a name I do recognize. The mother of all monsters is here, apparently. Necrynos? Pelagius. Well, whatever. It's weak anyway. Or well, a certain definition of weak. Let's just do that attack. Echidna again, or yep, Echidna again. Let's see. DOT imposal. And of course my presence does keep growing, so my DOT that I impose on everyone also does so. Well, summon my mean then. And now DOT over time. That is a bunch of things I get there. And now he's dead. Toxicon. As you can see, this Hydra has been attacked a few more than 9 times. So yeah. Pelagius. We've seen this one before. Let's see if this time he doesn't run away. Unfortunately, the stun didn't go off, but hey, what can you do? Too late. Far too late. Jaina. This may have been your most challenging task yet, but I've done it. All 9 heads lie at the bottom of the swamp. Very well done. I admit you are proving yourself to be more useful than I anticipated. Do you mean you're ready to share the secrets of the bacon element now? Ahaha, no. So far you've proven you're useful. That is quite different from having proven you're worthy. How much more useful do I have to be in order to be worthy? How you do like my chattel? No. How do you like my statue? That's what it's supposed to be. Grateful cattle have a way with precious metals, it seems. I'll have to remember that. It's marvelous! You didn't answer my question. The magnificence of the statue is outshone only by the brilliance of your reflection, my lord. You're right, of course. I do look quite fine, reflected in gold. Valencia better appreciate this effort. You know, there's just one problem with your shiny new statue, Zooster. Huh? What is it? What are you talking about? It's grand, glistening, and huge. No other statue could be possibly be so impressive. All very true, except for one little thing. Cicero's is bigger. Hydra souvenirs. This was one of the first ways where you could get souvenirs like this. Usually, however, the souvenirs you have to get are gotten using what is it? The Dragon coin system. Meyer milady. Ooh, we can actually get a good weapon for our level here. It deals more damage than all of my other weapons, and in the point where I'm at in the game currently, does not have anyone that is strong against poison. It literally starts doing damage at the high point of the other one, and it looks awesome. Okay, I really like that. Whoops. Sell these two. It looks awesome. We now have a new weapon for the first time in, I don't know, 11, 12 episodes or whatever. Skip to Mino Torture. This god doesn't really like being challenged much. Have you noticed? There's a beast who is claiming that Zooster is unable to navigate some kind of maze, some maze thing the creature built. Zooster is more than ready to answer his challenge and disprove his claim, but he'd rather see if you're capable of finishing the task. He says that he's pretty sure you're up to it, but I know you can do it. What's a little labyrinth to a hero like you? Yeah. What is a little labyrinth to a hero like me? Stun. Oh yeah. The one enemy that is weak to it. Strong to it. I might be in a bit of a bind there. Well, no. Will you just use a base weapon? Not the smartest I can do, but whatever else can I do? Yeah, this really wasn't smart, was it? Stupidity. Whatever would I do without you? Probably be a normal content creator, honestly. Weaken my foe. So now it has a 70% resistance to poison, and I probably will still deal more damage this way. Yeah, I do the same amount of damage, and my necrotic presence really has been upgraded. Because necrotic presence works off your base amount of health. I like this. I'll keep these in mind then. Ooh, hey. Now that is a good sign. A door that's connected to another one. Because in that case we are in the normal-ish part of... bah. I had hoped I would be done with it by now. Ah, there it is. The Minotaurus. Or more specifically, Taurus. Its resistances: flee, shrink, and immobility. Well then, we'll know how this is supposed to go. Lots of damage that. And a minus 30 malus to his resistance to immobility. which means I will actually hit them. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it probably would have just been better to use this weapon and let the corruption do its thing, rather than using fear of death do its thing, rather than actually using the presence. I mean, the necrotic presence, rather than using the base weapon, because it's not like we were healing the enemy. Yet another runty hero determined to prove themselves by picking on an isolated shackle-laden. I could leave you and let you finish your misery wallowing in private if you'd like. I'm not runty. You're just overlarge. Oh, sure, insult me now too. It isn't enough that you felt the need to flaunt your combat skills when it's plain to see I'm out of practice. You looked comfortable enough thrusting that massive chunk of metal at my face while we were fighting. I wouldn't really call you out of practice. Well, you'd pick up some tricks too, if you had apprentices breaking into your prison as a rite of passage once every couple months or so. Most of them could barely lift their blades, let alone attack with them. I wouldn't have minded so much, except none of them were strong enough to remove these shackles. Some power in the metal keeps me from leaving, and I can't manage to pry them off. Is that why you challenged Schuster? To find someone with strength to help you? And wouldn't having to fight you make them, not want to help you? Fight the chicken cow? Oh no, I just have this thing about the gods. I can't stand them. The stories my parents used to tell about them. Making them mad gives me a bit of amusement in between raising dirt beetles and using discarded bones as building blocks. So why are you stuck down here? Completely unfounded accusation. Just because I look like a monster and attacked a few street farmers? You aren't going to help me with these shackles, are you? Well, it's just I used to have a weapon that worked really well as a can opener. But then I wanted something stronger, so I sold it. I did that just now. Looks like I'm not going to be able to reach closer. Little help here? Hey, Death Knight, you remind me of the hero. What hero? The hero with the power. What power? What's he talking about? He's the illusionist. Claims to be a prince every now and then. I cope mostly keep him around for the comic relief. It gets boring down here. I am the Goblin King. Theseus. Yeah, Theseus is, he deserves that. It must get really boring if you choose that over nice and crazy silence. Labyrinthic. A staff. Chunks of stalagmatum, the metal in Taurus's shackle, litter the floor of the labyrinth. The glow is rather pretty, but you might want to have it tested for toxicity. So, another weapon to sell, another monster to fight, another quest to hand in, and then the enemies are out like a light. Okay, I like that one actually. Let's see, I like this one, but yeah, I'm selling it. Looks pretty, but not pretty enough to keep around. Especially in the foreign weapon I can't use actually. No horsing around. Sometimes I'm surprised just how nice that chicken cow can be. This time Zooster would like to help out one of his friends. A spirit of his wife's friend's wife is being tormented by a trickster in the underworld. Death doesn't want to let her go. Not even repeated pleas have made him change his mind. His friend is distraught and hopes you can help. He adds a piece of advice. Don't fear him. He certainly knows how to be ominous. So yeah, we're taking on Death. Oh right, these are all undead, or well, creatures close to it. Which means that Fluffy will do extra damage like this. Well then. This time I actually do need to do this. Go Fluffy, go, you can do it, you can deal with the slime. Yeah, I really should not have sold both my other weapons. Yeah, live and learn, I guess. And I'm equipping this one for this ability. Because that one deals evil damage and never poison damage. As you can see, that is what the ability looks like when it is actually in use. And back to light. I can't wait until I'm level 20 and able to actually do something about enemies like this, because, you know, level 20 is when I can use the next of Surging Staggers. Which was when I would have sold the item anyway, but what can you do? Elementalize to fire. Welcome back, Cody. We got a Minotaur, well, we got a dagger, which is really useful, really strong, appropriately leveled, but it deals poison damage. And there are some enemies that are actually immune to poison damage right now, or even healed by them. Luckily not most of them, but some of them are. Which, yeah, kind of makes these quests awkward, because I need to stand around and trust that Draco will deal enough damage while I am using the base weapon. Because I kind of sold the other weapons. Like in a few battles at most, I can use this one if something is immune to poison. But right now I can't. Like, these creatures are immune to poison. Really annoying that. Elementalize to fire. Hey Shiny, how are you? Yay, we did it. I killed the Necro Slime without having to change my weapon into something that wouldn't heal the Necro Slime. Boy, am I glad I don't have to grass those streams. And yeah, I am. Nope, it's just finished class and I'm hungry. Yeah, I know that feeling. As I said, having an appropriately leveled weapon is great. And I'm feeling good. We're doing the Bacon Origins quest, in which we valiantly try to discover the origins of elemental bacon by doing tasks for Zooster. The what's his name? Oh yeah, the chicken cow god. And I'm doing good. Was a bit bored before I started to stream, but I mean that's why I have streaming planned in for this day. And after this fight, I don't need to worry about annoying undead that are resistant to poison. Yay, level up. Level 20. 25. Okay, let me just compare. 3846, 3345. This one is better and has better stats. But there are far more enemies that are actually immune to electricity than there are enemies that are immune to poison. It's just necro slimes and spiders that are immune to poison. And those are the ones that we just had to fight. I totally managed to grab the last pair of Grateful Undead tickets last night. You mean for the show at the Mausoleum? You know it. And their manager, Gozer, even gave me free backstage passes. And the last thing I remember is this huge half-man, half-bull monster hurtling towards me with an axe. Oh, you poor brave soul. And to think you did all that stunt work and they never said thank you. Hey, I heard that underpaid test guy got done in. I hope his end was a noble one, like staring death in the face, maybe, or wrestling one of those three-headed dogs roaming around. You look like something one would find left over in a tissue. I would appreciate it if you would kindly move. I do. Moving closer. That is the trickster spirit we're sent to deal with, probably. Seize! He gooed me. About time you showed up. Has it ever occurred to you that maybe the reason I've been so busy is because the dead have been rising from the grave? With so many necromancers running around these days, it's almost impossible to keep to a set schedule. Which, speaking of, don't you owe me one or two? Oh, no, you must be thinking of some other that night. That will be enough. Back to the fight you go. Whoa, nice shooting, Death. Can you help me? I want to go home. I miss my husband, but Death will not listen to my pleas. Well, normally I make it a rule never to get involved with undead people. I'm kidding. I am involved with undead people all the time. And you'll help me? I'll see what I can do. So, Death, what do you say? How about freeing this one little spirit as a favor from me? You won't even miss her. She may not leave, and you aren't exactly in a position to be asking for more favors. Right. I figured your answer was going to be something like that. Heal and battle. Let's see. A slight metal weakness, but mostly nothing much. So let's see. Inspire weakness. ripping him apart with my presence and lowering his resistances. Yay! We actually got it off. I didn't actually expect that to happen, but hey, immobilizing death and fear is always fun. Especially if it's fear of death. See, he's immobilized by fear of himself. My hero! Did my husband request your help? I never thought I'd be free of this place. Did some benevolent god intervene and decide to send you? There is no benevolent god, there is only Zeuster. And you must be some demigod, no? More powerful than ordinary mortals. Normally, when someone asks if I'm a god, I like to say yes. But to be honest, I'm just a hero trying to do what's right in some gold and convince a contrary chicken cow deity to share what seems to be the best kept secret in lore. You didn't act like a hero. Most of them are pretty stiff, but I bet you see a lot of stiff people down here. Death is but a door. Time is but a window. You'll be back. Grim Reaper. Huh. Perfect for shredding souls and sundering spirits. This dagger will serve you well as you battle your way through enemies above ground and below. Huh. A weapon that always does the same damage. Those weapons are pretty rare, but also pretty good. And usually have a counterpart that does the exact opposite. Between 1 and like... for this one it would be between 1 and 102. The counterpart, that is. At least the Guardian Blades have that counterpart thing. I like this. How many empty slots do I have? 2 empty slots. I like this one. But... well, I really like the look of this one, so I think I will keep it. Heal, quests, Bacon Origin. I think this might be the last one, or even, or don't have a cow. It sounds like you've been far too busy to get bored, and things aren't about to slow down anytime soon. Sister would like you to take care of a boar that's been on a rampage, scaring the chick-offs. It sounds like a pretty ferocious beast. And the next time you're in town, you might want to stop by Joker's forge. I heard he's made a new up a new batch of smoothies. As good as they are, you might want to take care of the boar first. I hear that townspeople hunting for it haven't had any luck. Greetings, Dana. Excellent timing. I just finished baking a batch of those strawberry smoothies I know you crave. Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt to stop and have just one mug. I'm supposed to be hunting some rampaging creature or other. A boar. Valencia mentioned your smoothies while she was telling me about my task, and I got a bit distracted. I know it's got 4 legs and sharp teeth. I'm sure accepting my hospitality won't slow you down too much. 1 mug won't take long to finish. Your logic is difficult to argue with, and it wouldn't do to be rude when you've helped me so much. Pass the jug. Try some. It's my best batch yet. Gulp, gulp, burp. That was very good indeed. Yogar, what did you put in this? Oh, you know what happened the last time I made smoothies. But those were blueberry pineapple. I didn't think it would happen with strawberry flavor. Did you need that door? Really? You might want to think about switching to baking. I hear cookies don't cost so much discretion. And that's the boar I'm supposed to hunt. Jaina, go. I can handle these. You go clear out the rest of Tom. Mayor Rafe is not going to be pleased. Yay! Early game Falcon Reach and early game Tuskmongers. These look quite a bit different than the ones we're used to, don't they? Let's see, can Twilly heal me? Twilly, have you seen the wild boar today? There are many boars all over. There's one, and there's one, and there's one, and one went that way over there. Alright, thanks, Twilly. I'll just have to kill them all one by one until I find the one I'm looking for, I think. Well. And that's for leaving the quest, I think. That's a wolf. That's no dead. Those are easy and still dead. Like I've said before, Necrotic Presence is awesome. And most DOTs in this game are. Ah, a healing fountain. This one isn't in Falcon Reach anymore. Got destroyed. Kinda. Or maybe it just got destroyed in one of the many times that Falcon Reach did. It specifically has to be this side of the fountain that heals you. There you are. Who's afraid of the big bad boar? The big bad boar, not me. Okay, not a big musical fan. Got it. I guess diplomacy using nonsense isn't really that affected now that I think about it. Battle it is. So, a raging boar. Does a lot of damage and not much else. Weaken my foe. Die, my foe. You were great, Jaina. The last time Dan was invaded, Mayor said if things ever got so out of control again, he was relocating his office. But the treasury is almost bare. Exactly. He says he'll make the townsfolk pay the moving cost. Claims that if he has to deal with the headaches our mistakes cause, we should have to ease his stress somehow. So, since neither of us want to finance a 3-story marble fort, pirate shanty, and Osprey Cove, it's a good thing you took care of the that mess. You know, I bet Mayor Rive would get along really well with the Zooster. It's hard to be bored when animals are going wild. You might want to help Hilger clean up his forge too, since he did make those smoothies for you. And the hunter's ferocity. A burning olive branch makes an effective weapon against wildlife tearing up the town. Huh. Ooh, that one actually looks really cool. Not very burny, but really cool nonetheless. And I think that will be it for today. A bit earlier than normal, but I normally go over time. And this time it actually really worked out. So I'll sell this one because this one is both prettier, a higher level, and I already have 3 Level. I already had 2 level 30 daggers. So, that is it for today. We have completed part of the Bacon Origin questline. Next up, we will complete a bit more of it. And maybe we will even complete the entire saga. Would be fun. There's no continuation, so timeline-wise it would make sense for it to be completed then. And after that we'll go ahead and try a cold reception, the Isorp saga again. That will be fun. And yeah, we have a lot of things still going on around here. A lot of them. I'm looking forward to this one. So, with that being said, this is the end of the stream. I'll see if I can send you over to someone. Right. Nope. None of the channels I follow are live. In that case, I'll see you guys later.